Hello, welcome to another video from Avenue X looking at Chinese dramaland in the past week. First, pretty much on the day that I was recording last week's video, a drama went live airdropped on both iQIYI and Tencent. 40 episodes, 民国 setting espionage drama, Lost Identity, led by Huang Jingyu and Xin Zhilei. A typical espionage drama that will involve different political parties of the 1940s in China plus Japanese Sino-War stuff. I haven't had time to check out this drama. Then, as scheduled, at the beginning of July, we've had the As Beautiful as You, 你比星光美丽 contemporary drama led by Tan Songyun and Xu Kai going live. I managed to test it for one episode and decided not to continue. It is just another contemporary drama with these two people. If you've watched similar dramas that Han Songyun leads, for example, the one with Lin Gengxin, or that Xu Kai leads with Yang Mi and recently Yang Zi, if you've watched those couple of dramas, it really doesn't read any different. You may end up actually mixing them together in your head because people look almost identical. They're dressed in the same style. It's the same big city setup, contemporary romantic drama in a so-called professional working environment where the end goal of everything is basically just to kiss. And after watching one episode, nothing special about it. I've seen too many similar things and I know it's not gonna give me any pleasure of any sort, so I decided not to keep watching. Then we have another drama that happened on Independence Day, July the 4th on iQIYI. 12 episodes, comedy drama that pretty much airdropped on the day, goes live on the day, and it is called 消失的大象. It is led by Li Jiuxiao, Jiang Long, Ma Yingyin, also featuring guest stars that are actually quite high caliber, such as Ren Suxi and Wang Zhiwen. It is a story about in a small city. A marathon is about to happen, and different groups try to fight against each other to be the sponsor of this event, and it ends up actually being a complicated crime group scheme that get our main characters involved in. And it's already aired past halfway point because when it goes live with 6 episodes. And since it's only 12 episodes in total, basically my strategy for this drama is I'll wait for it to all finish airing and just go into it and see if it's worth binging it in one go. Then we have 2 dramas that's supposed to happen on Saturday, which is when this video first goes live. But as of today, they haven't aired yet. One is a 32 episode contemporary drama called 芥子时光, Bright Time, that will be going live on Mango Television. It is a high school drama. You'll look at all the people clearly dressed in high school uniforms, and you have 2 main male leads and 1 female lead. And they're led by Hao Fusheng, Bian Chen, Huang Zixing. I don't know much about this lead actress. I don't think I've seen her in other things before, but these 2 guys, familiar. Bian Chen has been around for years. Till today, probably the best known role he has is still the character in Serenade of Peaceful Joy. But also this year you've seen the drama with Hu Yitian and Zheng Jingyi. He plays a supporting role in that drama as well. As for Hao Fusheng, best known for playing Shi Guang's CP in Hikaru no Go. Both guys actually have suffered a level of house collapsing in the recent couple of years for not epically will get them cancelled things, but things that don't make them look good. I looked at the trailer. One thing I feel from the trailer, at least, that is very out of place is the type of campus life that the drama describes does not exist in China. That definitely happened in a parallel universe. Then tomorrow we have a pair drama that should be going live on both iQIYI and Youku. So they share the airing rights of this 36 episodes pair drama. 第二次初见 literally means the second time of meeting you for the first time. English title is Her Fantastic Adventures, which is the 穿越 story. Female lead comes from contemporary normal world and somehow she ends up in this, whether it's a book or it's a game, does not matter, but it's a period setting place and she finds it really interesting. And then obviously she will get involved in other people's messes and dramas, and therefore it's Her Fantastic Adventures. It is led by Song Yiren and Guo Junchen. Looking like a very normal standard production shot in Hengdian, no high budget. Probably again not that many people are gonna watch unless they're the fans of these 2 actors type of period drama. Then we have a drama that has just announced they're gonna go live on 7-Eleven. Talk about 7-Eleven, I actually haven't been into a 7-Eleven to buy anything for years now. Anyway, this drama is announced. It's an iQIYI 迷雾剧场 light on drama. 15 episodes, 错位. English title is Interlaced Scenes, and it's a police drama led by Ma Yili, 高志廷 Tong Dawei, 迷雾剧场 really needs a pick-me-up because they haven't been given out any good dramas for a long time. Ma Yili and Gao Zhiting play two policemen and women who are investigating a series of cases that seem to be linked by a really weird factor that they have all been written by an author who is played by Tong Dawei. So he writes a story, it happens in reality. Very common setup of a lot of suspense dramas. And come on, even in Guardian, if you still remember back in 2018, one of the cases the Guardian had is somebody who writes on internet and the story turns out to be true. The actor who played the writer was actually the director of the drama, like one of the directors. Early July was the hottest time of Guardian. I remember so clearly. Unbelievable, it's been 6 years. So this is a drama that I definitely will check out on the same day, 7/11. It is likely the second series of Strange Tales of Tang Dynasty is gonna air on iQIYI. If not, it's gonna air a couple of days later because this drama has gotten all the license needed and people start to notice the drama's official account and actors start to move on the promotional track. Very likely it's gonna happen. Now, if it happens, which would make 7/11 a very good day for me, I would have two dramas I would want to check out on iQIYI. And I think iQIYI is throwing out Strange Tales of Tang Dynasty to combat Tencent's Lost True Forever Season 2, which will be airing on the 8th. We have a drama also from Tencent that has gotten its license this week to air. Contemporary 34 episodes led by Lin Yi and Shen Yue, called Shi Xiao, English title, Smile Code. It is talking about a girl who is a stand-up comedian who falls in love with a guy who has some type of diagnosed difficulty of expressing emotion, something like that. So we're gonna get this typical good-looking but aloof male lead and a funny, happy female lead in a contemporary setting. That doesn't sound very interesting at all, but at least it's these two relatively good-looking people falling in love with each other. Let's see how it's gonna turn out. It hasn't said when it's gonna air. It can be any time. Then we have another drama that has gotten its license this week officially. It's from iQIYI. Right now, it's filed as a 37 episodes period drama, and that's the drama Go East, 四方馆, which I've talked about multiple times already, led by Tan Jianci and Zhou Yiran and Kan Qinzi, and also happens to be the drama that was shooting at the location that I visited last year in Hengdian when I was like a week earlier than the time they were supposed to come into the set. Then we have two contemporary dramas that have wrapped shooting during this week. First is the police drama that has already released a trailer recently, 黑夜告白, Light to the Night, played by Pan Yueming and Wang Hedi. The drama is an official wrap. The other drama that has also wrapped is another contemporary drama, 以法之名, In the Name of Justice, which I believe I've talked about very briefly when they started shooting. It is a youku drama led by Zhang Yi, Li Guangjie, Jiang Xing, all very heavyweight and proper mid-age actors, and it's mostly focused on the prosecutors and their jobs, and it seems to be really serious. And the type of cast kind of shows you that it will be one of those heavier and more proper drama. Finally, let's wrap today's video with a couple of news on film land. First, we've had a really weird thing happening this week on a film that, frankly, nobody understands what's going on. 野孩子 Stand By Me, and it's led by Wang Junkai. On the 2nd of July, it comes out with a promotion that it's gonna show up in theater on July the 10th. So it's literally only a week before the film is gonna get released. And then on July the 3rd, which technically actually is still on the same day because I think it's just a time gap between where I am and China. When I read it, it's July the 2nd when they announced it, and then July the 3rd, they pulled it off. But in China, it's kind of like morning and evening. So basically, not so long after they've announced the film is going to go into theater, they come out with an announcement saying, oh, sorry, we're going to move this indefinitely to a date in the future, not on July the 10th, and we apologize for whatever. Blame it on the solar eclipse we've had this year. Okay, everything is weird in this world. Nothing makes sense anymore. And just testing human limit about how ridiculous things can be. So, the film right now is in limbo. Who knows whether it's going to show up. Moving on to the next thing. There's the film that has just announced. It's going to go into cinema on August the 3rd. Chinese title is 解密, English title is Decoded, pretty literal translation. And this is a film directed by Chen Sicheng, based on a novel written by the author Mai Jia. It's led by Liu Haoran. Plus a lot of other actors you don't expect, such as Wu Yanzu, Chen Daoming, and John Cusack. Yeah, that guy. It is a story set in 40s about a Chinese cryptographer who has this ability to think about math and codes and numbers in his subconsciousness that's linked to this weird space-time thing that, anyway, looks pretty cool with all the CGs. In this trailer, Liu Haoran pretty much speaks English exclusively. And I have to say, the accent is like really, really problematic. I was like, might as well just do it in Chinese. Like, you don't have to say it in English. You know, what's the point? It's a Chinese domestic movie. Even if it gets international release, it's not like gonna be major anywhere. Just do it in Chinese. In your comfort zone, it sounds a lot better. But you can seek out it on the internet and see if you can stand that accent. To me, I was like, I'd rather watch it mute because it brings me out of the story. I keep getting distracted by his accent that is trying to sound really serious, but it's just completely out of place and weird. Although I've had all the filter on Liu Haoran since the days of Nirvana and Fire 2. I do have to say, after that, he really hasn't produced any good work up to this point, which has been 7 years already. So basically, I have only that much patience. Also, the director is Chen Sicheng, who in my opinion is a very shrewd businessman, who's really not that good of a filmmaker, and he's an opportunist, and a lot of things he does like I can't stomach. So until this film shows up, I'm really curious to see film critics' opinions on this film in China. Finally, to wrap up this week's video, we have the nomination for the film award 百花奖, which is 100 Flower Award, which is another major film award in China, and it's paired up with the Golden Rooster. So the Golden Rooster is the professional award in filmland. And then 百花, 100 Flowers, is a award that, when it was first set up, called 大众电影百花奖, which is based on public's view. It's not being judged by a panel of official and professional filmmakers. And there was a time when this award was actually, in a way, more important than Golden Rooster because it reflects the public's opinion. That was a long time ago, though. So now, this year, 100 Flower has its nomination happening, and among all the expected things, I guess a couple of unexpected things have shown up. And again, like the recently just happened, the television White Magnolia made people discuss it online. First is for the leading actor. You actually have Wang Junkai, Yang Qianxi, Zhang Yixing. These three young actors, they all got nominated, and there are only 5 people in total. I don't think it actually does them any good to nominate them, but they're there, and definitely they get talked a lot on China's public platforms about what the heck is going on. And then for the major awards that got nominated, such as director, script writing, that level, even like supporting roles, no Wandering Earth 2. It does get nominated in other categories, such as the Best Actor, Liu Dehua. But then for, I guess, like, based on the box office and performance and just how much buzz that the film got, quite epic reaction to it on social media in China when it went into cinema last year, you'd expect at least a nomination in either script or the best film or direction. That's gonna happen to this movie, and it didn't get any of those nominations. So Guo Fan basically got left out as one of the most noticed director of last year. So does Wandering Earth as a movie. To me, it's just ridiculous. On the other hand, I kind of expected it because with the very streamlined, industrialized way of producing a high-budget, high-tech level, high-management level sci-fi movie like Wandering Earth 2, Guo Fan has started a new way of making movies in China that really hasn't been put down into practice up to that point. So he's already an outlier in practicing and doing things ways that's different from the traditional little groups, little crews of filmmaking in China that older people, the more established people just don't want to recognize. They have a challenger and they have a younger people coming into the game, sort of coming from a different dimension and hitting them in directions they're not seeing. And they are completely paralyzed, having no idea about how to respond, so they just ignore. On the other hand, for the younger audiences or people who are more sort of like in trend of what's going on, everybody is laughing. The fact that this award doesn't even look at, right, this director and his work just gives you a clear signal that you're way ahead of them. and old ways of doing things, and don't worry about it. You're already in your own league. When you look at right now how the world is working and how fast new technology and new things and younger people are sort of waking up to the established everything in the world and finding this is not working. Does not make sense. Everything and anything and everywhere you look is like, this is ridiculous. We need to change that and we need to move forward. And the old rhetoric is just crashing and crumbling very quickly. And you're seeing that kind of get reflected also in the film land. But I wouldn't say I would need everybody to agree with my opinion. It's just with myself and a couple of people who I have similar views with in the industry. We're looking at this and we're all laughing in the same way. That should be the end of this week's video. Thank you for watching Avenue X. I cannot wait for next week because we're gonna have quite a few dramas designed for fighting off each other. Also, one thing to remind my viewers, right now, there's just nothing interesting happening right now, right? Next week, there will be more. But right now, I cannot watch any ongoing dramas apart from the ones that I'm already watching that really interests me. They're all so boring. I may end up not having a video coming out next week. If that's the case, just know that it is what it is. And I do hope that later of this summer, I'm gonna get a lot more busier watching better dramas. Also recently I finished binging an Apple TV series again, which is the adaptation of the novel Dark Matter, which is created by the original author of the novel that I happened to read actually 2 years ago when it first came out and it was quite popular. And the moment I read the book, I was like, it's gonna be made into film or television. It looks so much of a visualizing material, and you know what? Right after I read the book, I go on the internet and checked. It's already on the move that they're making the drama. So it's been a while, but the drama is out, 9 episodes first season. They may have a second season, which actually I don't think is a good idea for the story. I think it should end at the end of season 1 is perfect, but if you're curious, it's a pretty good thriller type of television series, soft sci-fi, talking about parallel realities, and if you can jump between them, what can happen type of situations. So if you're curious, you can check out the drama. I'm not doing promotion for them. I literally just found it's out there. It finished airing at the end of June, and I was like, oh, I was the original book fan, so I should go and check out this drama. That's all it is. Thank you for watching Avenue X. I'll see you in my next video. Meanwhile, live long and happy drama watching.